Like, oh my God. Is it on? Is it on? I feel like it's on. Wagwan! What is good with everybody? Yes, today, this is our very first podcast episode. How's everybody feeling, baby? I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, just a little bit nervous. So, we're going to start this by taking some deep breaths. Because, baby, this has been a long journey for me. And honestly, I need to just ground myself just a little bit. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. All right. What's good with it, you guys? Yes, today we are back, but this time we are back with our first podcast episode. Yay! Y'all make some noise, y'all. What the fuck? Literally. So, you know, I've been thinking about doing this podcast literally probably since the start of, well, we'll say since the ending of 2022. Because I remember the start of 2022, I had already had my goals and things written out. And I had one of my goals for this year was to start and grow my podcast. Now, a lot happened this year. A lot happened this year to the point where I wasn't really able to focus simply on this podcast. I just had so much other things to focus on, but we're here and we're queer. So, we're here to do the damn thing. Honestly, y'all, I really do enjoy talking to people and individuals, but I feel like, I wanted to focus on being a solo podcaster, this go around, because it's like, well, not this go around, but, I want to focus on being a solo podcaster because I feel like I personally have a lot to tell. And of course, I'll be able to easily conversate with other people. But I feel like some people want to get to know me just for me or just get to hear what I have to say in general, period. So, that's why I'm here today. This podcast for me means a lot. I feel like this is going to be a space where I'm able to be my true authentic self and not have to worry so much about being OD filtered. You feel me, if that makes sense? Like with this podcast, I want to be able to have those conversations where, they can either be very funny, very humorous, or very deep and have motherfuckers wanting to cry. You feel me? Or even myself, truly honestly, like, yeah, that's the vibe for this podcast. I want to be able to have those heart-wrenching conversations in times, but also I would like to be, just open and really transparent with myself and my listeners or my watchers, Hi baby, wagwan. So yeah, I'm here to just get my word out. You feel me? This is the first episode, so I feel like we'll be able to develop and grow from based on my first episode, because baby, we still figuring it out, bless. So with that being said, I'm here. And we got into the whole wanting to be heard and seen around probably like my senior year in high school. That's when I was really into YouTube, really into social media, and just trying to get myself out there. I feel like, honestly, like, that was really the height of my life. Like senior year, I was growing not my podcast, Lord. I was growing my YouTube and getting my subscribers up and out and really just authentically enjoying myself. I wasn't necessarily looking for the views or looking for this or looking for that. I was just having fun. So honestly, with starting this podcast, I'm honestly just trying to do the same. You know, my experience with YouTube, I feel like it taught me a lot because I was able to, get the ins and outs kind of like of social media and how it kind of works. like um it taught me a lot, as in like social media, like boom, you feel me, you post things and it can reach different types of people and reach different audiences and reaches everybody in different types of ways. So of course you got to watch what you say, but I was able to really like experience the hate or like the negative side of social media, or like the backlash, because back then I would be doing a lot of reactions to like music videos and different types of artists and different types of people, and I feel like from simply doing that alone, I was able to get negative and positive. Like, baby, one, even to this day, like one of my most viewed videos on YouTube literally is my most disliked video as well. So it was like I see the growth and how far I've come to being able to understand and really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really being able to discern, like, okay, these people obviously they're hating, or maybe I could have done things a different way. So I feel like this go around, baby, we finna try to just be us and keep doing us, because that's the only way we know how to do it. And you feel me? Back in those days, we used to do that same exact thing. No worries in the world, baby. No bills to pay. Not one. We didn't have no bills to pay senior year, but that was what, y'all. I graduated in 2019. So this was, what is that? Four going on 5 years ago. I feel like the reasons I took a major break from posting or being on YouTube and just stuff like that is cuz, baby, life started lifing. And if you really are able to understand what I mean by that, then you're a real one, because life really be lifing sometimes. Like, I feel like maybe we could save this for another episode, but frack it, we're just gonna rough it. What did Mariah say? But yeah, I feel like this go around, I'm gonna be able to do what I want. You feel me? When life started lifing, I just felt like um I couldn't do it. Like, I didn't even have the energy. There's been, honestly, since 2019, there's been a lot of times where I've just wanted to um pick up there's been a lot of times where I've picked up the camera, filmed a whole vlog, filmed a whole video, and then it'll get to the point where I'm editing and it's like, baby, I don't want to do that. Um I feel like one of my issues is definitely staying consistent. I don't I guess we could say issue, because it's something I need to work on. One of the things I need to work on is staying consistent, guys. Like, and I don't know if anybody can relate, which I'm pretty sure you can, but staying consistent is one of my struggles, one of my like most struggles, because it's like, baby, we can get it done. We have no problems getting it done, but staying consistent is the issue. We can go to the gym, but baby, are you gonna be coming them next 2-3 days? Is the question. Like, for real. So like, even when it comes to staying consistent, like of course I've had trainers in the past where I always love a good trainer, because I love someone being able to keep me accountable. You feel me, baby? You're like, trainer texts you, baby, I'm here, and you still in the bed. You gonna get up, or you gonna, what you finna do? Because you gotta pay them at the end of the day. So what's the realty? What you finna do? So I feel like, when it comes to YouTube, podcasting, and just anything social media wise, I have to hold myself accountable, because I don't have a team. You feel me? I'm 22 years old, still learning and figuring out life and how to do things and how to navigate. It's like, baby, I'm the only one that can hold myself accountable. Even honestly, before I started filming or recording for you guys, I was psyching myself out. You feel me? There's a lot of little things that add up to big things, which will make me not even want to do it at all. You feel me? Because I feel like in life we look at the future so much. It's like challenging not to look at the future, because it's like you can see your potential, or you can see what, like, you see and what you're made of. So of course you see yourself already at the high pedestal. You feel me? But you gotta be able to navigate that, baby. And I always tell people, like, baby, you came in this world and you're gonna leave this world by yourself. So, make sure you're doing everything and making all the decisions you can for you while you can, because you're gonna see people pass you by. Like, I know, like I said, this whole year has been a lot for me mentally, um, emotionally, physically. I feel like I put a lot of the things that I wanted to do on the back burner because, I mean, of course, I was prioritizing my mental health. And while I was doing that, I would just see people doing the ideas that I had already thought of, or just seeing people's life, or um their social media presence just jump and skyrocket. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like, as I've been introspecting and just getting myself together on the back end, of course there are going to be people out in this world that um you look after, or that look after you, or that you just see that are doing, quote unquote, not necessarily better than you, but you you're able to see these people do things and thrive in something that you already wanted to do or haven't done. But you got to realize, baby, time is always going to keep flowing. Time is always going to keep flowing. Time is not going to slow down for anyone. Unfortunately, I wish you would, but literally won't. So it's like, when it comes to that, I try not to beat myself up, because it's like, baby, at the end of the motherfucking day, baby, nobody can do it like you. And that's just pure facts. Like, nobody's is going to be able to talk, spin, or just do anything the way I do, and that's what makes me unique. You feel me? It's amazing being able to have so much power and hold so much power, and be an individual. I feel like being an individual in life really is your superpower. A lot of the time, like, I feel like a lot of the time people in life are so pent up on what everybody else is doing, or how somebody else is getting this, or how somebody else is getting that, when in reality it's like you're so focused on everyone else, you're not even taking a look in the mirror to see what you can do or what you can bring to the table. I feel like we're in the era now of social media, like, you feel me? And I feel like, going back to what I was saying earlier, me doing YouTube in 2019 and trying to thrive then, I feel like that was slightly the come up era. Like, that would have been the time, or that was the time, where a lot of people were able to still be easily seen and easily tracked it for, like, the For You pages and things like that. But it's like now, time is elevated. Time didn't slow down, baby. Time has elevated. Social media has elevated. So now you got to be able to adjust to what's going on. And I feel like that's another reason why it's been so hard for me to just get up, stay consistent, and do what I do. Because it's like, I'm always looking in the past sometimes to see how I felt then, or how I was doing then. And, to the point where I'll get so nervous. It's like, I don't even know how to keep it pushing when it comes to doing today's stuff, But I guess that's just the power within it, because it's like, time doesn't stop. So, you got to make sure you're keeping it flowing. You're the only one that's able to halt your own life and be able to pause or speed it up. You feel what I'm saying? Life is going to life, but you got to make sure you're staying in control of it too. You feel me? So, one of my issues for sure is staying consistent, because it's like, sometimes, me personally, I'm an extremely, extremely patient person. So it's like, I would be patient to the point of literally waiting for something to just fall in my lap, or something like that. And I'll just, skyrocket and be the person that I truly see myself to be. But it's just like, baby, you know, baby, you gotta calm down. For real, you gotta calm down and, just focus, because, like I said, nobody's you, and you can't be repeated or replaced. Yeah. So, I feel like, again, we're in a space of social media is evolving. So I feel like social media nowadays, it puts you in the thought process of having to be perfect or stay perfect and things like that. Like, but what is perfect? Baby, Miley Cyrus said it years ago. Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it. What she say? I don't know what she said, but nobody's perfect, baby. So don't be trying to go for or shoot for something that is perfect when you don't know if you'll ever get there. So you need to, you know, focus on you and focus on the now. I feel like that's really the number one issue with society today. You feel me? Nobody is focusing on themselves. And I feel like these years that I haven't been on social media as much or YouTube as much as I would like to be, I feel like I've put myself in the space of full focusing on me and um just finding myself out, figuring out my mental health. You feel me? What is, baby, before before 2018, 2019, baby, nobody was caring about mental health. Let's be real, y'all. Nobody was caring about mental health. So now I'm in a space where I'm actually trying to put myself first, baby. I can't even count how many mental health days I've had to take at work. You feel me, baby? I'm calling out. I'm calling out because, baby, I can't do it. I was talking with got written up at my job the other week because it's like, me personally, I don't know about everybody else. Me personally, I'm not a OD money motivated person because I feel like money's gonna come regardless. You feel me? Money's gonna come regardless. But your mental health either declines or inclines. You feel what I'm saying? So making sure you're prioritizing yourself and your mental health, baby. Me personally, if I'm not feeling 100% at work or when I wake up, then I'm not going into work. Period. If I'm feeling 50% less, honestly, if it's anything under 100%, maybe 90, we can shoot 90. If it's anything under 90%, baby, then I'm not going into work. Because it's like, how are you going to perform and do your all without feeling like you're performing and doing your all, baby? I don't want to feel like a robot just navigating in this world that we live in, cuz that's what a lot of people do. You feel me? I notice a lot of people who are so hell bent on just staying in the normal routine. Like, honestly, y'all, that's not the vibe for me. You feel me? Normal routine, of course I love, but when it comes to, you just doing the same thing every day. Mind y'all, I'm a Taurus, baby. Yeah, I'm a Taurus, you feel me? And I love a good routine, baby. I love a good schedule. We doing this at 9 in the morning. You feel me? I like a good itinerary with life. So I love a good schedule, but I also don't want to be a robot to my own schedule. Of course, I would like to switch some things up. If I'm doing something 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, baby, by that week after, that fourth or that third or fourth week, baby, I'm going to be tired of that routine. So you want to be able to put yourself in a space of, prioritizing yourself and doing things that you genuinely do. Because if you're being a robot to society or to everyone else, then who's operating you? Who is operating you, baby? For real. Take a step back and really think about that. Because I know a problem that I used to deal with was prioritizing other people above myself, or just making sure everybody else was good but me, pleasing everyone but myself, baby. But once I literally put myself number one, I noticed friends falling off. I noticed family falling off. I noticed people acting different. A lot of things are going to happen when you take yourself outside the box or take yourself outside the norm, because everybody else around you is used to that being your normal. But when your normal is actually 100% authentically you, then that'll be the person that they grow to love. And of course, they're going to love you regardless, but that's going to be the part of them that they're used to. You feel me? If you don't set boundaries with friends, family, then of course they're going to be used to things staying the same. And that's where a lot of our issues, evolve as well, because it's like, if you're constantly saying the same with the person, or if a person, friend, family are used to you always saying yes, for example, always saying yes, 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 baby, they're going to know they can come to you and you're going to say yes. So that first time you tell them no, baby, they're going to be like, and it's like, baby, why are you mad? Like, why are you getting some type of way that I'm finally saying no to this one thing? And I feel like those are the people you need to let go, baby, for real. Cause they're never gonna get it, baby. They're not able to. You know how when jobs hire you and they be like, are you like, in the interview questions, they're like, are you like open to change? Like how are you when it comes to change, like in the work environment? And it's like, you need to be open to change, because it's just like things aren't always going to stay the same. Companies, people are always evolving. So, like I said, in time as well. So, when these things are evolving, you want to be able to, evolve with it as well, instead of staying in that one place. It took me years to get out of the guilt that I had on myself for not sticking to YouTube or social media in 2019. But it's like, baby, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do, baby? My mental health wasn't there. You feel me? So I was left with nothing but me. You feel me? And I feel like that's perfectly fine. You should be able to do what you want and live how you want unapologetically in life, literally. So, in these past few months, like some of you may know, some of you may not, I moved to Atlanta. Woo, woo, woo. I moved to Atlanta in basically like August 1st, like the last few days of July, actually. So I moved here to really put myself in a space of having to focus. You feel me? Of course, I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, as a lot of you know, where all my family pretty much was, and all my friends. Charlotte is all I knew. Charlotte, North Carolina. So, like I said, this year was a lot. So as I started this year, I'm just like, baby, I need to change. Like, something's got to give. Something's got to give. And I felt like, making this move, I would have to put myself in a space of having to focus. I wouldn't be having too many distractions from family or friends. You feel me? No one calling me to be like, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Hey, let's do this. Because, I'm gonna say yes to a lot of stuff. You feel me? Because it's genuinely what I want to do. But of course, I'm gonna say no if I don't. But I felt like coming up here, I'll be able to focus on me just a little bit more, baby. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with focusing on you and prioritizing yourself, because it's like, if you don't do it, then who else will? Yeah. So putting myself in a space of introspection and having to focus on starting a new life, meeting new people, meeting new energies, and just really navigating the person that I truly want to live to be. Like, I feel like, of course, I've lived the life and made the decisions that I've wanted to over the past few years. But when I moved to Atlanta, in my head, I was thinking, or I am thinking, baby, you're starting fresh. None of these people know you, girl. None of these people know you. So, be yourself and just live authentically like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I was doing that in Charlotte. It's just minus the distractions, basically. So, as I've been in Atlanta, I feel like I've been navigating the new me. And it's like, I've been trying to understand, what is, quote unquote, the new me? Like, what do I stand by? What do I want to do? How do I want to be perceived? Yeah, like, honestly, it's been a little bit of a struggle, like, just trying to figure out who I am in a new city, because I feel like everyone out here is just a little different. North Carolina, I feel like it gives Southern. A lot of people from like up north come down to, start a new life and everything or whatnot. But Atlanta gives the city that kind of never sleeps. Like, everyone's always outside. So I feel like, trying to adjust to the city life, one, has been different. But, I go by Noel out here. And that's the name of this podcast, which is the first Noel. But you know, dealing with like pronouns and gender and things that I felt like I didn't really have to do too much in Charlotte. I feel like I've had to kind of put myself in the place of having to do that up here, because everybody perceives you, as I guess what you appear as. Now, we'll definitely touch on this more in episode 2 of the podcast for sure. But coming to Atlanta has been an adjustment, but overall I feel like, baby, look at what we're doing now, baby. We finally got the podcast started, and that's what we're mainly focusing on going into 2024. Like 2024 for me, I'm not focusing on nothing else but my podcast. And that's just how I feel. Like, of course, like I said, we've been focusing on ourselves and focusing on our mental health and just the things we have, to fix internally. But going into 2024, I feel like we can start focusing on those external things, like, of course, this podcast and just, anything else that I may have just put to the side. But genuinely, podcast is number one, and that's really the only thing I'm focusing on, because, that's what I want to do. So yeah, this was a nice little first podcast episode. I feel like, I didn't want it too long. For the people who are genuinely coming here for the first time, thank you if you've got it this far, genuinely. I really appreciate it, because, baby, it took a lot, mind you, and there was a few technical difficulties that came as I've been recording this video. But like I said, baby, it's about staying consistent, baby. And if you want to stay consistent, you just got to do it. You got to start somewhere, of course. Now, this is me starting from scratch, starting anew, and just trying something that I genuinely want to do and like to do, baby. Because I can talk all day, for real. I can talk all day long about this, and that. And that's what we're going to do in this podcast, baby. Like, again, this podcast, we're here to focus on all the different types of conversations and different topics that we can. You feel me? I don't want it to be too hell bent on mental health or self-improvement, because I don't want it to feel so dense. Genuinely, I do want it to still feel like an open space, also while having those deep conversations and potentially crying. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to touch on like updated news, celebrities, and things like that. Really just keep it an open space. So yes, thank you guys, everyone, for watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and listening on all of the streaming platforms, thank you so much, baby. This is once again the first, the one and only Noel. Honestly, I was trying to see how long I could do that. Kind of giving like Nicki, like pull up in a pull up on a yeah, you know the vibes. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. And until next time, I'll see you later, babies.